Well, hello.
Hey, there we go.
Hi.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. Just got home from work. Looks like you're still at work.
That's Charlie.
Okay. Is this Ben?
Yes.
Hi, Ben. I'm Danny.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Who are you on the Slack chat?
Hot Cocoa, Ben Howell.
Okay. All right. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, this will be fun.
Yeah, I don't have a webcam either. I think Charlie's the only one who does.
I do, but I look a hot mess.
I'm always a hot mess. Actually, I'm not even hot. I'm just a mess.
I understand those feels. So were you at Cider Fest at all?
No, I wasn't, and I'm kind of wishing I was, but I had family obligations, so I
Oh,
wasn't able to make it.
I completely understand. I wish I could go to Winnie City, but unfortunately, I have family obligations on April 1st.
Damn it!
I know, right?
I'm gonna throw my headphones on.
I'm gonna run and grab a cup of tea. I'll be right back.
Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Hey, I can hear myself now. There we go. That's better. All right. Charlie, I'm guessing you're not talking because you're still in a loud environment. Okay.
Do we have a Charlie yet?
Not yet. He said he's doing a hard drive clone,
Okay.
so it's still gonna be a few minutes.
Um, is this gonna work? I see a light. Computer, please do the thing. You don't see me, do you?
No, all I see is
Oh, here I am.
There you are. All right.
Hi, I'm Danny.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So what part of special events? I don't want to like start without Charlie, but maybe we can at least start talking. What part of special events are you helping out with?
I am. I have been named the new department head, so I'm helping out with everything.
Hi, I'm the department head of Ciderfest.
All right then.
So what do you have questions about? I can either regurgitate a ton of information at you, or I can answer questions.
Well, it looks like we've been using Trello to get things coordinated a little bit. We haven't put anything in yet. All we have is the list of events that we're working on. We've got, let's see, charity auction, the
Yep.
gala, the VIP cocktail, autograph sessions, which
You guys are taking care of autograph sessions at Winnie?
it looks like it, yeah.
Okay.
The charity room, cosplay contest, sponsor lounge, and sponsored dinner. Uh, so I'm guessing autograph sessions, sponsor lounge, and charity room are the three things that are going to be running pretty much throughout the entire weekend.
Um, sort of. The how this worked at Ciderfest is we had a charity room where people would drop off their items for the contest, or not the contest, the charity auction.
Right.
And directly next to that was the sponsors lounge.
Okay.
Now, if you can get I don't know what the staff situation is. If you can get a member of security, like part of the, I don't know if they're called the Royal Guard at Winnie, but if you can get a member of the security staff to watch the door for the, oh, hello. We have a,
Hello.
hello.
Hey, I think that's everybody.
Yeah, let me just. Bam. Okay.
Damn, everybody's got a webcam except me. I feel so left out.
But so for the sponsors, hi, your name is Stefan?
Steven.
Steven. Okay.
But
Okay. Is that your preferred name to go by?
yes, call me Steven.
Steven. Okay.
Danielle.
Danny, Danielle, whatever.
All right, and Ben.
Yep.
All right.
Ben Coco, that guy. Hey, you. I guess you can call me boss now, too.
Not true, boss. All hail Ben, the boss man.
Boss man.
If you don't mind me
Back to
asking,
what were you saying? Sorry.
oh, no, that's fine. I'm sorry. The sponsors lounge is only really open as long as you guys decide it is.
Okay.
I will say that our sponsors lounge did not get a ton of traffic. I don't know if it's because it wasn't advertised well. It did get some though. Primarily what you need is you need someone sitting in front of the room to check badges to make sure that they are sponsor level badges and the appropriate sponsor level badges, because at Ciderfest not all of the sponsors had access to the sponsors lounge. It was only,
A certain level.
yeah, I think it was like the Sparkle sponsor. It wasn't the Spike sponsor. But so there was some miscommunication with the actual people purchasing the sponsor badges. So you need to have somebody who knows which badges are allowed into the room and basically just
Right.
badging the room.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll talk, I guess we'll ask Charlie about that once he comes around.
But so yeah, that's really all you have to do at that point. Is just making sure that the hotel stocks it, or whoever is stocking your food. I guess I assumed it's the hotel because that's who we have doing our food and stuff and catering at Ciderfest.
Really?
Yeah, it was the hotel. Corey had the hotel do this, bring just some soda and chips. It wasn't anything like fancy catering.
Right, right.
Is that hi baby? That's so. I'm doing something. Go away. I love you. No.
Oh, annoy, be a cat.
Love. You've been gone all day, human. Love me. But are you guys getting yours like catering done through the hotel, or are you getting it? Or do you not know?
That I don't know yet either.
Okay. Do you know, Stephen?
No, I don't know anything right now.
Okay.
This is pretty much our first meeting as a team.
That's kind of why I was like, is anyone available for a call? Because I really fucking suck at typing stuff and trying to explain it that way. It's so much easier for me to talk. I feel stuff gets
Yeah.
communicated a lot clearer.
Yeah, it's pretty much the purpose of this is just to make sure that everybody's on the same page about what needs to be done. And Charlie, the one guy who can answer a lot of these questions, is not here yet.
Well, someone should. Do you have like a notepad document open? And writing down the questions that need to be asked, like, what hours are we gonna have the sponsor lounge open for? Or
Basically, we just need to know everything.
Pretty much.
What's happening, guys?
So it looks like they've already dedicated hours for the sponsor lounge in the programming schedule.
I should open that up.
I have it open and I'm looking at it right now. I'm guessing that the areas that are marked are the areas that they're going to have it open and staffed, which is 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. What I'm wondering is if they've got these highlighted sections that are not blacked out, but they're still highlighted. That might be time at which the sponsor lounge is open but not being staffed, as in sponsors can still go in there and lounge and mingle, but there wouldn't be any like food or drink available.
I don't know about that.
Unless that's just like standard. Oh, okay, never mind. I see. It's the functional convention hours. So it probably is only going to be open from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Yeah, I wouldn't think it would need to be open any longer than that. Towards the end of the night on Reciter Fest, nobody was really coming into the sponsors lounge. It was really sporadic. Do we have a Charlie yet? Nope, we don't have a Charlie yet.
Just about. My connection with you guys hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. The my connection is kind of spotty, so I'm just going to switch to my desktop here. Yeah.
Okay.
Try and
As long as you disappearing won't destroy the call.
I don't think it should.
Nope.
Okay, I still see Steven moving in his thing, so.
Yeah. We're all still here. So he just hung up, so we'll just have to wait for him to come back.
But yeah, the sponsors lounge is really not hard. I mean, if you guys are bringing in your, I don't think the hotel would. I don't know hotel jargon, so I don't know if they would be okay with you guys bringing in your own food. We gained another. Is that Charlie?
Says it's Charlie.
Yeah. Yep, it's Charlie.
Sorry, hang on.
That's Charlie 2.
I wish I could have two of me. All right.
Would you get any more sleep?
Nope. No, I literally live on these stupid things.
No.
All right. So yeah, I'm because I started the meeting on my laptop. I gotta leave it open because otherwise it'll cut us all off. So you're there.
Okay. All right. That's what I thought.
While we talk. So hey guys, hi. How you doing?
Hello.
Hey.
Nice to have our first meeting.
Yay.
Danielle, it's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too.
I'm still saddened that you can't make it down to hang out with us.
I am very saddened as well. I'm going to see if I can con Fatch into driving me down for Sunday just to come say hi and see it.
Cool. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay. All right. So, what have I missed? What have you guys talked about? If anything interesting?
We were just going over had a couple questions about what's going to be going on inside the sponsor and charity lounges. Danielle wanted to know, and I'm curious too, are we going to be providing food and drink? Is the hotel going to be providing that, or is it just going to be BYOB?
So the sponsor lounge is actually going to be
Have any of you guys attended a convention in this hotel before?
No.
This was the old Midwest Fur Fest Hotel, right?
I believe I heard that. Never went to Fur Fest, but I believe that's what I heard. Yes.
Okay. I don't remember the layout of it because it's been years since I've been there.
When you were there, did you happen to did you ever find yourself in like the green room or anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so kind of. So okay, so from like where, like the kind of like the hub at the back of the hotel is, where it branches off to the one side and goes down to like where the the big ballrooms are, and then if you go straight, it goes to the front of the hotel, like through the bar and the lobby and everything. You're standing looking down towards the front of the hotel with the main ballroom and vendor hall to your left. To your right, there's like a little half staircase that goes down because like the first floor of rooms is like half a level down. Right down that staircase, there's like a row of rooms, and that is where the VIP parlors are. And so one of those parlors is the green room, and then another one of the parlors there is going to be the sponsor lounge.
Okay.
So because it's like it's basically a room and not one of the like meeting spaces of the hotel, we can bring our own stuff in, and that's what we will be doing. Initially, I was looking into just having the hotel provide it, but their prices for providing food
Ridiculous.
they're beyond asinine. It's like it's like $5 for an apple, one apple.
Oh God.
It's insane. Like a bowl of bagged pretzels, just like it's $1 at the store, is $28.
Good Lord.
So yeah, we if it's
Why?
if it's one of
Especially
their
the Duchess shopping list that we got to make then.
yeah. So if because it's like a private, because it's basically as private as like a hotel room is, we can put our own stuff in there just like we do with the green room. So, short answer, yes, we will be stocking up the sponsor lounge with our own stuff, and it'll basically just be a Costco run of like snacks and soda and bottles of water and stuff like that.
Okay.
Bottles of water were incredibly popular at the Cider Fest ones. They actually went better than the cans of soda did.
Which is so weird to me, considering there's free water everywhere. But hey, whatever.
I work at a hospital, and people are very anal about bottled water. I don't get it, but
okay.
So, sometimes filtered tap water is just better than tap water.
I live in Milwaukee, and our tap water is like on point. So I've never, I've never went, man, I need a bottled water.
I have a filter, so I don't even worry about it.
Same here.
Yeah, I think for Cider Fest, all we did was stock it with like the little mini cans. Maybe the little mini cans, if you can find those, would go better.
Oh yeah, good idea.
And just like I think Corey ordered like the assortment grab bag that you buy when you have like 3 children and you're a soccer mom and you just like randomly throw them in people's lunches.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Do we want to well, when should we start making that shopping list? Should we start doing that like right now, or?
Sounds like a good plan.
Okay.
Yeah. So my wife Michelle, she's actually going to be handling the green room, and so when we go shopping for that stuff, we'll just get all that stuff at the same time. I've asked Corey for just like the list of the stuff that he's gotten in the past, and we'll just use that as a basis.
Okay.
The feedback that you guys just gave me now will be good, knowing that bottles of water are very popular.
Yeah, large bottles of water and miniature soda cans.
Yeah, and
I'll eat in a minute.
and yeah, we'll definitely opt for single serve packages of snacks because the bowls are just that's how the conflict gets spread. So
Crud.
So yeah, I mean, and it'll depend on what the budget ends up being, just because that's one of those things that ends up that's kind of like in flux until everything else is paid for, So yeah, the only kind of part of that falls under us is I'm not sure if we're going to need somebody to like staff it, to kind of keep an eye on it. I think probably more what we'll do is we'll just because there's not too many of us, we'll probably just have somebody just just swing through there on like a regular basis, like 20, 30 minutes or whatever, just to check up on things and make sure nothing weird is going on there.
Is anyone watching the green room?
Yes, we do have at least one green room staff and possibly two. In addition.
What wound up having to happen for Cider Fest was we were like, oh, who's supposed to watch this room? Because we weren't told we had to schedule somebody for that. And Corey was like, whatever, and walked away. So the people, when we were watching the charity room, we were also badging for the sponsor lounge, like kind of half-heartedly. But the sponsor badges, I don't know if you're doing like the art, but if they're the big art badges, they're normally pretty.
Yeah, they have custom art, so they'll be easy to tell apart. However, the only problem is that unfortunately, like Cider Fest, there was no way to have like where the charity room is next to where the sponsor lounge is. So yeah, because it was great at Cider Fest just having one person be able to watch both, but that is not a possibility in this hotel. So
I'm just asking if there's someone in the green room who could like poke their head out occasionally.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because they'll probably end up being close to each other, so it could probably just be that person. That makes a lot of sense. Good idea.
Yay, one less thing for us to do.
Yeah. So do we check off the shopping list, or do we have to actually make one?
Well, you guys do not need to worry about the shopping list for that.
Okay.
So
I'm checking it off, guys.
Yay. Shopping list done.
Do me a favor. I see you're on Trello. Go ahead and just change the item on that to be uncheck that, and just take you guys off that and put me on the card, and then that'll remind me, just to make sure I don't forget about that.
Okay.
Oh, so I just delete
It still needs
myself.
to be done. It's just I'll do it, so you guys can just take yourselves off the card and put me on, and then that'll be good.
All right. Let me see that. Yeah, there we
Remove
go.
from card. There we go.
There you.
All right. And wait, how do you remove yourself?
You click on your own picture and then you hit remove. from
Okay.
card.
Yeah, there we go.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that's,
All right.
that's all Charlie then.
Oh, you, Charlie.
Cool.
Keep the sponsors.
Okay, so charity room. The charity room is actually where I talked the hotel into doing something kind of cool. So if you've been in this hotel, you may happen to remember the glass box that's essentially at the top of the little flight of stairs right in the lobby there. It's called the business center, and I guess they used to have like computers and stuff in there. Well, that room is currently empty. It's literally a glass wall, like all four walls glass box with a lockable door on it. So that's going to be our charity room.
Nice.
And so that way we'll be able to put some tables in there to set the stuff up on, and the hours that are listed on the sheet, which I'm open to changing just depending on how our staffing works out. That will be when somebody is there manning the room to be able to accept donations. But the rest of the time the room will be locked, but it's glass, so they can still look through the glass and see all the stuff that's going to be available for auction. So.
Okay. That's if I'm looking at this correctly, that's 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Friday and Saturday, and then 11 to 2 on Sunday.
Yeah, and so on Sunday it's going to be basically until we need to pull the stuff, start transporting the stuff down to the charity auction, which is why it ends earlier, obviously.
Okay.
And I think there were some times on Friday as well, but again, those hours are soft until we just figure out the rest of our staff, because we can figure that out.
Yeah, right. Because right now it's just pretty much just me and Steven, right?
So it's you two. It's the other the new guy that couldn't make it tonight.
Jensen. Yeah.
And yeah, so the three of you at least.
Okay.
If the room is glass, that kind of eliminates really the need to have two people at the charity room, because
I would
at Cider Fest we had to keep having, because people were, I was shocked actually how many people actually wanted to go in and like look at the items that we got donated, and there were people who kept coming back to see what else was added. So we kept having to like have somebody stand by the door and be like, nothing walking out, nothing walking out. So so if it's in a glass box, that's actually really cool.
Yeah. Like when I was there for APOC, like the room wasn't used for anything, and so I don't know if it's it just seemed like a good idea at the time, and so hopefully it works out. But yes, I agree. We just only need one person there for that reason, and the room itself is about a quarter of the size of the one at Cider Fest, and so That was
Is this something that we could have a floor volunteer for?
when you say
Like,
floor volunteer.
Someone at the convention. Are we going to have volunteers at the convention?
It's not something that, I mean, so we didn't really have them at Ciderfest. And
Okay.
I mean, I guess I'm open to the idea. I don't know. I mean, I'm relatively new to this game, and so like just my initial thought, just due to lack of having experience with this particular thing, is like it's a stranger. You don't know anything about them. Like when I've when I applications, I at least like like I don't do background checks or anything, but I at least kind of go through and make sure that they can spell, kind of a thing. Kind of just get a general sense of a person's general competence. And so when it's a John Doe walking in off the street and saying like, "Hey, can I help?" It's especially with an area that's potentially sensitive, like really any of the special events. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So
that makes sense. Yeah.
I will say, also, I was the one who was staffing the charity room most of Ciderfest. That did help a ton come time for the auction because I actually knew every single item that had been donated, and I like worked with them a bit. When we had the voice actors come through to sign stuff, I knew exactly like, okay, these are the characters Tabitha voiced, and then Peter, and so it's good to have a member of special events staffing the room. If only because if you're going to be working with the actual charity auction, it's easier to get the items up on stage and like write down the numbers of how much it goes for, stuff like that.
Right. Have someone explain to the MC, this is who signed it, what it is, where it came from.
Yep. So, Charlie, how long do you guys have for the auction this year?
I have it on the schedule for the same. I think the same. God, I just spoke past it.
3 to 5, 2 hours.
Okay, 2
it's
hours.
literally right the last event before closing ceremonies.
Oh, that was a problem at Ciderfest because we ran over it.
Yeah, and I mean it's both a problem, and I also think it kind of works out well because that way you make sure that like it's so from 3 to 5. Now the one thing that if I had to give my rich auctioneer's background of feedback on the charity auction, which is not at all a thing. It just seemed like it could have moved at a faster pace than it did at Ciderfest. So I don't think it needed to run over. I think there was a lot of hemming and hawing and going on, and just trying to it's like clearly people are done bidding. Just move on, get to the next thing.
Make sure whoever you get for your MCs, they understand that. Like the banter was fun and all, but it eventually got to be a bit much, and I did have people approach me afterwards too that they felt that it kind of droned. So
I being in the room, I would agree with that completely. So yeah, now on that note, we don't have anybody picked out to be our auctioneer yet. So if you guys can think of anybody, let me know. But yeah, just haven't found a good fit for that yet.
Too bad we don't have Peter New and Andrew Francis.
Well, yeah. I mean, the guests should still be around. So I mean, we can see if maybe Larson or Jim might be interested in doing something like that. But yeah, I don't know.
Not necessarily being MC, but just being on stage to help.
Yeah.
Because having one of the guests of honor there usually makes it a little more interesting.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. So yeah. So rewinding a little bit. So as far as the auction is concerned, we have a Google Online form put together so that if people wanted to kind of pre-fill it out, they could do that. Mm-hmm. And then when they come in to drop it off, they can when the person collecting we'll just on the form we'll just say let the person know when you're dropping off that you pre-registered essentially, and then they can look it up, and then we'll have that number tags already made up for those things. We'll slap the tags on and hopefully make that relatively quick. For everybody else, and like for vendors that are there that want to donate stuff like on the spot or whatever, we'll have a generic paper form that it's I don't know if you guys saw the link that Danielle posted way back, but it's very straightforward. It's basically what's your name, what's your thing, you describe it a little bit, and what do you think the starting bid should be. It's about it.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, and then we'll have somebody enter in all of those things, all of the paper drop-offs, and combine them with the whatever already exists from the online pre-fills, and get down to having a spreadsheet, and then that way we can have it all nice and typed out and sorted if we need to, and do whatever, and then have that ready to print out before the actual auction itself. So as far as we are concerned. As far as staffing the room, again, we'll figure out the schedule for when the room's going to be open after we figure out the schedule for everything else, and then it will just be a matter of let's see, what's right before the auction that we might out. Okay, so the autograph session. Shoot.
Autograph session, yeah.
Okay, so.
And that kind of overlaps with the charity auction too.
Yeah. So. At Ciderfest, we basically had two people that were doing double duty between working the autograph room and AV, and they are good at that, but neither of those people are on staff for Winning City. So I had just said, without trying to figure out that complexity, I said, have special events worry about it, and so which should be fine because basically it'll just be one or two people. What I'll probably do is I'll probably have one person from security and then one person from special events, availability allowing, just kind of there to do line control and everything, and just kind of make sure that kids and sponsors get into the room first. General stuff. We'll talk about the autograph rooms in a bit here, but yeah. So one person from our team will be in the autograph session room for that, and then everyone else will the other two people or however many we end up having. Whatever help I can get you guys will basically get everything from whenever the trader room closes. So Danielle, do you think an hour is enough from 2 to 3
For the auction?
to get the stuff from the trading room to the auction?
Oh yeah, that took less than an hour.
Okay.
The hotel normally has like those big carts that they push luggage with.
Yeah, luggage delis, yeah.
Hook me up with one of those. The hotel's normally like, okay, whatever.
Okay. So cool. So then between and then you'll be working behind the musicians panel a little bit, but that's fine. I don't care. And we'll just get some tables set up at the back of the stage. We'll move everything back there. We'll get it all in order, to match the spreadsheet, and then that way we can just kind of move down the line. And we'll put some thought into the order to make sure like any of the big ticket items are at the end. I don't want to have too many auctions, so one.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. Was are we going to limit it at a certain number of items?
Well, so Danielle, what do you think about this? I definitely, if somebody brings like a basket of something, I definitely don't want to break up any items that are given. But what do you think about combining multiple things? If somebody brings like a T-shirt, and or like if an artist donates like a print or a T-shirt or something like that, something that's not worth auctioning off just by itself. Have you ever experienced any issues with an auction combining several smaller items into kind of a bigger lot?
Sort of. And I actually received quite a few complaints from this from Ciderfest. One, I would say ask on your form if people are okay with their items being combined, or add a little thing that says your item may be, depending on the amount of donations we receive, items may be auctioned off as a group, just so people are aware. Also, I had parents of children who, like, the kids brought their money because they wanted to bid on stuff that was in the room, and then it was all lumped together, and it was more money than the kid had. And I know that we're not trying to cater to children here, necessarily, but having, like, one or two lower items isn't necessarily, I think, a bad idea, because it gives everyone the chance to participate.
Okay.
I don't think grouping items together is a bad idea, because, like you said, like, a T-shirt, like say someone drops off an Applejack print and a Big Mac T-shirt, and this, like, you can normally pile them together. Was that making any sense?
Yeah, bundles.
So I like this at Ciderfest we got a lot of items. A really great way to get items is to walk around with a form in the artist alley and just be like, hey, we're running a charity auction if you'd like to donate an item to the auction, and just leave it with the artist, and the artist will normally walk right back up to you in the charity room and be like, here, I would like to donate this. And even better if they can pre-fill out the form and just be like, yeah, and if you wind up getting a lot of items, yeah, bundle some together because you wind up getting a lot. Just make sure that if you're going to bundle stuff, bundle it ahead of time, because trying to bundle it while you're trying to give stuff to the MCs is kind of a nightmare.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't once
Yeah.
the table is set and the auction starts, like unless we absolutely have to because we're running way over, I don't want to change the table. Change the setup because then
Right.
that's just complexity that doesn't need to happen. Yeah, and then I personally feel like with it as far as whether or not we walk through the vendor the vendor hall asking for donations like we were talking about. I mean that's I feel. With how much stuff we had to auction off at Cider Fest, and with how long that contributed to the auction being, I might only suggest doing that if we feel like we're light on stuff, especially maybe on Sunday when people are more maybe
Apt to get something.
might be more inclined to get rid of some stuff, so they don't have to take it home. But
Yeah.
but yeah, we can kind of play that by ear.
But so yeah, I mean, that is the only complaint. That was actually the two complaints I received were the MCs drabbled on for a bit too long, and some parents were upset because their kids wanted to be able to bid on things, or there were people who were like, well, it wasn't fair, but there was that one guy in the top hat who buys everything. So
Oh yeah, God.
There's always that one person who like outbids everybody.
yeah, well, that was this guy.
Yeah, he was at MLP MSP last year, and he paid over $1,000 for some trading cards from some signed trading card.
Oh
And,
boy.
like, I have no clue where this guy gets his money from, but he has a lot of it. I don't remember his name. I don't remember if I saw him on the registration or not. I feel like I would have recognized it, so I don't think he's going to be a win. But yeah.
Quick thing, does anyone mind if I eat right now?
No.
Okay.
Only if you share.
Well, I would if I could.
Just shove it through the monitor.
Yeah.
Just shove it through your webcam.
Real quick, how's everyone on time?
Hmm?
How's everyone on time? Does anybody need to get going at any point?
No,
I haven't-
I'm good.
By midnight, I don't really care.
Okie dokie.
I have a deployment at 11, so I'm not under any time pressure.
While he's grabbing food real quick, I'm going to go check my hard drive clone thing, so I'll be right back.
All right, cool.
Ben.
Yes.
I think the gist of it is take items and probably like at the end of this, like right before, because in that hour should be enough time if you guys have access to a laptop to sit down and just quickly move items around, print out the form in the order you guys are going to want to auction it off in.
Yeah.
So that should be fast enough.
Yeah.
Especially if you guys type up like Friday night, type up the items you get Friday. Saturday night, type up the items you get Saturday.
Right. No, I'm gonna make sure that things are entered in electronically within a reasonable amount of time. I plan on having my laptop there. I've also got a tablet that I'm going to be carrying with me all over the convention. Hopefully, it'll last all day. So I'll be able to, and at the end of each day, I'll make sure everything is entered in electronically, and then do adjustments as needed, move things around.
All right, that's good. I'm trying to think what else here.
Who's on the charity auction? I guess it would be a question for Charlie.
That would be a Charlie question. Now, I guess the charity ball. Who's working on the charity ball?
Is that the gala
Is that the
thing?
gala? Grand Gala?
Yeah, the gala. Who's working on the gala?
I mean, I was planning to be available for everything, so.
Yeah.
I was, when I worked at Cider Fest,
Yeah.
that was pretty much everyone's like, well, is there anything you want to go see? And I'm like, no, not really. I'm here to work.
Well.
So,
Now the only thing that I actually want to go to is like the Midwestry reunion,
Okay.
which is after an autograph session. So it's like, yeah, there's nothing getting in the way of that by the looks of it. It goes into the gala setup, but I mean, I
Gala
can
setup.
be there for the gala setup.
Gala setup shouldn't really concern us or.
Right, that's mostly AV and the ballroom people getting everything ready.
Yep. I will
We're
say.
just watching things, I guess. Sorry, go on.
At our gala, we had like little thing, like part of how much are you guys selling tickets for the gala?
I don't know.
I think it's $20 for the gala.
Is it
Okay.
on the website?
Yeah, I believe so.
It's probably on the website. Yeah.
Let me look that up
Look it up
again
real
real
quick.
Yeah.
We had like a bar service.
No.
So people could. It was a cash bar service, but we had access to a cash bar service if people wanted drinks. I don't know if that's going to be a thing where you are. Like Charlie said, hotels charge asinine amounts of money, and I don't know what Corey's plan is or his budget.
Gala tickets are $20 registration. What I'm wondering is if we will be able to take donations at the door. Like if anybody comes to the gala, will we have like a tip jar set up or something, or a cash box?
For people to donate more on top of their ticket?
Yeah. Or if we're allowing it, if anybody wants to get into the gala at the door.
Yeah, it says at the door. I don't know.
We had a booth set up at Cider Fest. I didn't man it, but it was like purchase tickets to the to the voice actor hour and purchase autograph vouchers and.
But yeah, as far as I'm aware, most of that stuff is going to be handled by registration.
So you could ask if how late registration is going to be open, or if like the info desk or something like that, because we did have people who come and be like, "Oh, what's going on here? I want to go." The problem is also the gala. I believe if it's the copy paste of our gala, has a dress code.
Right. Yeah. Formal wear and formal cosplay. Yeah.
Yep. And normally, if a person has pre-ordered a ticket, I'm a little bit more like, just go. You paid money. But if someone's like, oh, hey, I want to come do this, be like, do you have there's a formal.
Yeah. It's like, do you have a suit, tie, dress? Yeah.
I guess one of us just. No, sorry. Because one of us just says, I guess someone just has to be, that guy who says, sorry, can't let you in.
That was not fun. We did have somebody show up in like a ripped pants and like a ripped off t-shirt. Point.
Oh boy.
They're not gonna tell me no.
Yes, we are.
So when I wasn't looking, apparently one of my staffers let someone in who was dressed up as the Joker.
Oh.
I mean, he wears a suit and tie, so.
It was really awkward. But so yeah, we had like a little cheese platter and like little finger desserts, like cookies and stuff. So I mean, for $20, depending again on what Corey feels is a worthy budget. Does it say on the website that snacks will be provided?
No, it just says charity event on Friday. Attendees will put on the best formal wear, family friendly, so all ages are welcome. Yeah.
I see order boards, light snacks, and a cash bar available.
That's.
Okay. Yeah, I'm okay. Here we go. Yeah. Okay, there's the dress code. Yep.
Guess they have a budget in mind for that.
Light snacks. Yep. Okay. Yeah, Charlie. Okay, Charlie. That's probably another thing that Charlie's going to be taking care of.
All right.
As far as like food and drinks go.
I'll give him the lowdown then on what went well, because like we had a lot of. It was great for me because I love blue cheese, but we had a ton of cheese left over. But all of our cut vegetables, all of our cut vegetables went, and our desserts went. Super. Like we ran out. last year, and then we ran out again last year. So people like to eat sweets.
Yeah.
Uh,
I see on the Trello card it says catering list at the hotel, but I guess I think that's out. I don't think Charlie's gonna use that. But we'll see.
No.
Charlie, question.
Waltz lesson,
Um,
catering,
Catering list hotel.
playlist. Okay, yeah, I see.
the
Pretty sure
waltz lesson, be careful, because I didn't think we were going to have a waltz lesson this past year, and someone threw it in the programming.
Oh.
So while we were setting up, we had guests showing up being like, we're here for the waltz lesson, and it was actually a very popular panel.
Ooh.
The
hours for that.
I would recommend maybe asking a few of your local friends, or I don't know if you guys are local to the area, but asking, does anyone know how to waltz?
We actually have
yeah.
someone who's going to be giving a waltz lesson.
Oh, I hope it's the same guy from Cider Fest, because
John, the guy who was originally the head of special events until he had to drop out.
Yeah.
Okay. Yay.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that is, but he's doing it.
I don't see it in the schedule, though.
Yeah. Yeah, it was supposed to be in the schedule, but... Another Charlie question, I guess?
Yeah, we'll just have to ask him. Because the gala is Friday night, and there's still plenty of room on the schedule Friday, so it's like they could have it like in 12 or 1 o'clock or something.
Yeah. Or I guess it's during the gala setup, maybe? I don't know.
That pissed the hotel off, like something.
Yeah, no, we don't want anybody in the room while they're setting up.
Oh wait, no, I mean like during that time, not in the room though.
Oh, okay, I see. Yeah, no, in one of the. Well, the panel rooms are going to be the Midwestern Reunion and the Blackman Bronies Comedy Hour. So
yeah, true. Yeah, I don't know.
The only room that would be open is the autograph room.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Yep, Charlie question.
But so yeah, other than that, so long as you have somebody at the door taking tickets, it's who's your DJ?
No idea.
Either. Is he coming back? Oh, guess not.
I thought he was, but if you guys got lucky, you'd get DJ Sleepy Pony. He did a really good job. But I don't know if he's coming to Winnie.
I think actually, by the looks of it, we're actually going to be putting together a playlist ourselves.
Or do we ask someone if they're setting, like the DJ is setting up the playlist beforehand? So I guess
maybe someone from AV.
If it was AV, then you're probably rock solid. Do a good mix of the Lindsey Sterling style music did really well. People wanted to it was just this really. We've had problems in the past where people are like, "Oh man, it's like a rave, but with formal wear, and this is dumb."
Yeah, no, we don't want that.
And then we have people who only then 1 year only play waltz music. This is so boring, and it's like, oh my god.
No, it needs to be a mix. It needs to be a mix of music that you can actually dance to.
Yep, and music that people know. I believe Sleepy Pony played like Ponyphonics, Lunar Waltz, and there's no shortage of beautiful like indie pony music artists that you could probably draw some music from.
Right.
I think they ended out the night by playing Smile, 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 and everyone sang along. Huh?
I was just looking at our musician list. It's like, what do we have? I think that's on the website. I don't know. I'm loading it up right now.
But what are you looking for?
The musician list.
Oh, yeah.
Like, who do we have?
Musicians.
I know you guys have the shake-ups, but that's...
Yeah, and one of them just joined our staff, too.
Yeah.
Yep. I've never met them, so I have nothing to say, but I'm sure they're really nice.
Guernica, Seventh Element, Tetsuo, Foos Goose, Fuzogs,
No.
Firestone, and Nickel Pony. Technical Pony.
But a playlist would work too. AV was pretty rock solid about that that Cider Fest. So, yeah, no, the big thing is just making sure people are in formal wear. We have to ask Charlie if there's a place where people can purchase tickets on site. Is there a cap? And the food situation.
Hmm.
So those are Corey questions.
Where's that item? 10.
How big is the room? Does anyone know?
It's in the main event hall.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how big it's going to be, but I know it's in the main event hall, so it'll be the biggest room at the hotel.
Okay, so yeah, hopefully it'll fit everyone who buys the ticket then.
On site tickets at donation box at door ?
Or registration, I guess. I don't know.
Oh no, I'm tickets available on site ?
Oh,
Donation box at door ? For people who want to donate after they've already bought in.
okay.
Let's see. But yeah, turn away anybody who's not dressed appropriately according to the website, and we need to figure out where we're going to throw the waltz lesson.
Yeah. Waltz lesson when?
Oh yeah, okay. Is that its own separate thing? No, it's not. All right. Waltz lesson itinerary. Well, it's already on the list.
Oh yeah.
So, list of panels.
All right, what's the next one?
Let's see. We got.
Well, I guess the easy one would be just who's going to be working when for the autograph sessions.
Yeah, those are already designated times, designated room. We basically just need people to take tickets at the door and keep the lines under control. What else? We got the.
Thinking of the charity auction and autograph sessions, you may be able to. Charlie was really good at this last year, or at Cider Fest, to get the voice actors to come down on Saturday in the evening or Sunday morning to autograph things with their characters on them. So.
Oh yeah. That's a good idea. Let me throw that in there.
Yeah.
A charity auction.
For the love of God, do not let them sign anything that is vintage pony merch.
Right.
Wait, what's that?
I let them sign a vintage, like Tabitha St. Germain just kind of looked at this like vintage pony set with the like dream house, and she's like, I love these, and yeah, she's just like, I'm gonna sign it, and then everyone signed it, and then a bunch of people were like, you have to preach the value, and it's like, oh, for the love of God, what am I supposed to tell her?
From like the 80s, right?
Oh yeah, like vintage, but that thing
okay.
fetch a fair amount of money, so.
Hey, my this.
Goes to sign.
Oh, Charlie's back.
Yay, he's back. All right, goes to sign non-vintage character items. There we go. Get guests of honor to sign non-vintage character items.
I could have cared less. Like, whatever, it's a signature, but apparently somebody like lost their mind over it.
Or T-shirts. There. Okay. So get guests of honor to sign non-vintage character items and/or T-shirts.
Okay, last one second. I'll be right back.
And now Steven's got to leave.
Okay, so Charlie, we have a list of questions concerning the charity ball.
Concerning what?
The gala.
Oh, the gala. Okay,
Great
shoot.
gala.
Are you ready to move on to the gala?
If you guys are done with the charity room, then yes. And the charity auction, then yes.
Yeah, I think we got that taken care of. It's basically just staffing at this point, figuring out who's going to work when.
Correct.
So yeah, for the Grand Galopin Gala, we want to know, do you already have things covered for the cash bar, food and drink wise?
Yes. The hotel has been given our needs for that, and so that's all handled. There's going to
Okay.
be so just so you guys know, there's going to be I think like Swedish meatballs, like on on like
Ooh.
fix like a veggie tray, various dessert bars like cut in half, and then like dispensers or pitchers or whatever of lemonade and iced tea.
Nice.
And I think I think that might be everything. So not a ton, but enough to snack on.
You're gonna run out of desserts this morning.
Yeah.
Let's see. Do you have a DJ already selected for the event, or is it going to be someone from AV?
One of the musicians is offering to do it. I believe
Oh, okay.
I believe it might be Garnica. But yes, that is.
Okay, so we already have a musician selected. They're gonna are they gonna put together their own music playlist then?
Yes.
Do we make okay?
All right, good.
So I'll get the playlist checked off then.
I mean, like, yeah, we've given them the instructions of basically, at least like a third of the playlist should be actually like gala music, like classical waltzing stuff.
Right.
And then the rest of it just like light dance. Like it's not gonna be like a rave or the light show, obviously.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of Danielle's stipulations.
It's a rave.
Yeah, and also if available, good like folky or classical style like fan music too.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys know of anything and have any suggestions, by all means, shoot them over.
Anything by Ponyphonic that you can dance to.
Well, pretty much everything he's ever made is slow danceable, like waltzable.
Oh yeah, the waltz lesson itself.
Yeah.
So John is still doing that, even though
Yes.
he's not on the staff. He's still going to do the lesson.
Yeah.
Do you have it slotted in the schedule somewhere? Because I noticed that it's not on the spreadsheet.
Yeah. So unlike Ciderfest, I didn't put it on the spreadsheet as like its own thing, just because the schedule was so tight.
Okay.
There was a lot of events that we wanted to fit into the main hall, so we didn't want to take up a half an hour for that, just because we didn't have it to spare. So just when the
Right.
gala starts, we'll just lead off with that.
Oh, okay. So it's actually part of the gala itself.
Yes, yeah. It'll just be a short, like maybe I don't know, like probably like 15 minute thing. I mean, it's just a waltz. It takes like, I mean, how hard is that?
Yeah. No, that's,
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, exactly.
all right. And then okay, last question. Well, I guess a couple of questions. So the tickets for the gala are available on site through registration, on the website through registration. Will they be available at the registration desk as well?
Yes.
And will we have the ability to either sell tickets at the door beforehand, or will we have some kind of donation box in case people want to throw extra money when they get there?
The donation box, I think, is a great idea. So if one of you guys could take on that task, that's a fantastic idea, I think. As far as taking money at the door, I think we'll probably cut sales off at registration probably like an hour beforehand. So if there are any more tickets sold, we can tell the hotel if we need to have to increase the food order. Right? Because right now we're basing it off of how many tickets we've sold so far. We'll modify that as necessary. If I remember correctly, we didn't sell many, if any, tickets at the door at Ciderfest, like actually on location for the gala.
Okay.
Unless Danielle, you have any insight into that, I'm wrong.
Come again? Sorry, I was looking for some for exam.
No doubt.
As far as you recall, did we, if you've known this, did we sell any gala tickets on site at Ciderfest?
Mm-hmm. We did. I think we sold. I want to say like a total of 5. It really wasn't that much because there was the issue of people didn't bring formal clothes. There was a
Right.
deep interest. Apparently, somehow, someone was living under rocks and didn't realize that we had a gala and there was a dress code. So,
So okay,
Just an advertising issue, I guess.
yeah, let's blare about that on social media as much as possible for the next few
We
days.
have a gala.
Bring formal attire for the gala.
yep. So we only sold like 5, and those were to people who were like friends of people who were attending, so who just hadn't purchased their tickets ahead of time.
Okay.
So it was not a significant number.
Okay. Yeah, and logistically, the only reason why that matters at all is if we need to increase the food order from the hotel. But yeah, we definitely want to, for the sake of fairness, if nothing else, stick to the dress code, obviously. So, as much as I would like to be able to, take those donations from people who show up and want to like hang out with their friends if they don't have the proper attire, well, I feel like that's something we need to stick to. So.
Yeah. So okay, so at the very least we'll be doing it at registration, but they need to have formal attire with them if they want to buy in.
Yes, and I do plan to have physical tickets to hand people, and so at the door there'll be a person actually collecting tickets.
Okay.
Um,
And along with that, we'll set up should get a cash box to accept donations.
yeah. So Ben, if you can nominate someone to find some solution for that, that'd be great.
Cool.
Take a shoebox, tape it shut, cut a hole in the top, put donations on the front of it, and glitter letters.
All
Make
the
it
glitter.
like Bell made, and you'll be set.
Gotta dress it up a little bit.
Glitter.
Glitter all the things.
But so yep, I think that's it for the gala.
Yep.
Hang on one sec. I need to take I apologize, guys. I'm told I have an emergency phone call I need to take here, so I'm gonna go.
Okay.
While I'm doing that, I honestly don't have any insight whatsoever into how the cosplay contest could go. So while I'm doing that, Danielle, can you kind of talk about your feedback and kind of start to put together a plan there? And
Okay.
Catch me up when I get back.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much.
When on the schedule was this again? Word.
The cosplay contest is. Let's see.
When was this? Oh wait, there I found it.
Saturday at 2:30 p.m.
Yeah. For like an hour, okay?
It's hour and a half. Yeah.
Yeah.
2:30 to 4. Let's see. So, I create a checklist for it. Checklist.
Judges.
Checklist. Add item. Okay, so we need judges.
You need judges. You need to figure out what categories, prizes.
Oh boy.
Entry form.
Wait, wasn't the person from the Shake Up's going to be the MC for that, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Right. So that's MC.
So we got MC covered.
Judges.
Yeah. Judges. So I got judges, entry form, categories, prizes. What is going on during the oh, look, an autograph. Oh, damn. Really?
What is it? Oh god.
Autograph session for everybody during
oh,
the
boy.
cosplay.
Yeah. So I guess none of us are going to.
Fuck that up. Like, why would you schedule anything during
Right, Charlie.
No, you're right. I'm thinking, like, why not have the judges be the guests of honor? But if they're going to be doing autographs the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is with having the voice actors. Oh wait, you said have the judges be guests of honor?
Yes.
You may have to luck out. Jen Blake and her girlfriend
are cosplayers. Yeah.
Oh, true.
So she and her girlfriend actually, I believe, judged Ciderfest.
How'd that go?
I don't know. I actually, for once, had nothing to do with it. That's why it's being my department this year. Because I got a lot of
what I was
feedback.
thinking.
It's a nightmare.
So I was thinking, at the very least, have Jim and Jen do it, and then Rare Bear too.
Yeah,
but then
Jim and Jen, because Jim works on the show and is familiar with the characters, like, artistically. Jen, because she works on the comics and is an artist. and Rare because she's a cosplayer.
Yep. Make sure with Jim. I know that Jen and Rare Bear will be more than happy to do it. I don't know. I assume that they will be more than happy to do it.
Yeah.
Hit him
Jim.
up on Twitter.
The problem is with like people who are contractually there, like people who actually have something to do with the show. You have to pay them to do things. It's part of their contract.
That's true.
Like we're gonna have Peter New do something at Cider Fest, but it was like he wasn't even him being like, you have to pay me. It was, I have a contract with my talent agent person, so I'd have to charge you.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. So you can Jim would probably be a good idea. Otherwise, like there's no shortage of, because Winnie City, that's Chicago area. I can probably drum up somebody who's a cosplayer if you guys can give them a badge to come judge. Cosplayers are normally have like super boners being asked to judge things. Because they're like, what? I'm being recognized.
Oh man, we just had C2E2 come through.
Oh.
Could have gone find one of them professional people.
Oh, don't remind me.
Were you at C2E2?
No, I was at Corey's other con, Anime Milwaukee, where Stella gave us 2 awards, which was really freaking awkward. It's like, here, have best in advanced and have, best in show. And it's like, giving us the best in show and giving the best in advanced to someone else, because now we're getting glared at. But whatever. There's no shortage, so judges are really, you can find people, and worst case, Jen Blake and Rare Bear will just be the only judges.
Yeah.
If it comes down to it. But definitely, normally 3 judges is good. I would say since this is a first-year con and cosplay isn't one of the big draws to it, you can do the judging Comic-Con style, where people just walk on stage and then the judges, just look at them and can ask them questions. Okay, let me ask. Have either of you ever actually seen a cosplay contest?
Didn't watch the entire thing, but at PonyCon NYC, I did see a little bit of one.
Okay,
I have not.
I also saw one for a different convention, kind of. So I've kind of seen how they've been run. Yeah.
Okay, there are different ways. Like most of the ones that I go to, the conventions that I go to and the competitions I compete in, and the ones that I judge. Judging takes place earlier in the day, and then people just walk on stage, show off their costumes, and the judges are like, here's your awards, and then that's the end of it.
Oh, okay.
The problem is with that, you have to assign time for the judges, for people to be judged, and then they have to show up for the event as well, so it sucks up a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that's possible if we get, like, Jen and Rare Bear to do it, I guess.
Rare Bear, I think it would be possible. Jen, not so much.
Yeah. She has a table.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. She's gonna actually be vending.
But so you could probably do it where if you set up a table in front of the stage and give the judges mics, person can come out, do a little twirl, and go from there.
I don't think it has to be anything particularly involved, because every video of costume shows that I've seen have been more like fashion shows where they have the person come out, walk across the stage, turn around a couple times, and then walk off, and that's it.
That's normally when you're being judged beforehand.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because that's when the judges ask you, did you make your costume? Did you buy your costume? What did you do with your costume? That sort of thing. You can eliminate that by having that question on the form.
Yeah.
Just like the form being like name, badge name, character name. Did you make this costume? If yes, how much?
Yeah.
Are there any important details you would like us to know? And what category? Because then people can sign up for you could try to shove everybody in the same category, but it normally doesn't work out too well.
Right.
Because, oh, yeah, do you have a question?
Yeah. Didn't you say before, like, I think I saw like wasn't it like try hard, casual, kids?
Yeah, that was pretty, like,
Try hard.
I'm in the second category. I'm the idiot who competes in master class. But so it would be unfair for me to go, oh, I want to wear my Twilight Sparkle costume, or I want to wear my Nightmare Moon costume, and go up against somebody who is brand new to it and just has like a blue blouse on and a really poorly made skirt. But they tried really hard, and just be like, oh yeah, okay, so this is how this goes. So
Have a
So,
low budget baller cosplay,
yeah,
like
so like
duct tape and fabric.
experienced beginner,
how
child level, I guess.
at Anime Milwaukee, how it runs is, or how I've seen it run a lot, is the kids is called chibi.
Mm-hmm.
Or you for this one you could call it Philly. Like it could be the
Uh-huh.
Philly in full, yeah.
Philly in full class, and that's for the little kids to come out and do their cute little twirl or whatever and be adorable because it is a ton of children. And so, and then there's beginner, which is the people who are beginners,
Either never done it before or don't
never done
do
it
it
before,
professionally.
yeah, like aren't very advanced. People can be doing it for a while, but they don't have a very high attention to craft or detail. So their stuff they could be cosplaying for 6 years, but they could not clip threads and not know how to do like a backstitch or something. So
Yeah.
beginner, and then there's the advanced tier, which is well, it's advanced. It's
People
They
who
go all out.
spend
people walking out and like having big giant white wings of Celestia, and they made a crown out of Warbler, and their dress is flowing fucking chiffon, and I don't know,
shining armor dressed up as a medieval freaking knight.
yeah, like that. At Cider Fest, we had a guy who came as he wasn't Flash Sentry, I believe he was just a Solar Guard. So, but like it was his first costume, but he made it all out of foam, and he was really good. And so, I think having levels is important. It depends on how many entries you get. It's a first year con, so I don't know if it'll be huge or not, but it might be.
Is there any way to gauge interest in it beforehand, or not really?
You guys would have to make a graphic for it, and kind of like the gala just be like spamming Twitter and spamming Instagram and spamming Facebook and being like cosplay contest, chance to win,
Whatever our prizes wind up being.
Oh boy, prizes.
Well, like for the winner of each, like the first placement of each, you can, I don't know, give out a badge to Winnie City for next year, or what are some other good ones, like
Picture with a guest of honor. I don't know.
yeah, here's an autograph
Voucher.
Autograph.
Missing the
I
big
would say autograph and photo voucher.
yeah, photo voucher, something like that. You could do that. The kids department is super easy. You can go to the dollar store and buy whatever pony merch you can find and shove it in some grab bags, and the kids will be over the flippin' moon. Like, I'm not a huge advocate of give everyone a consolation prize, but you can probably get away with like giving each little kid something small. So, and then because they're kids, and like you can print out little certificates that say like Winnie City 2016, best in show, best in advanced, best in beginner, best in chibi, best main. I don't know. Like it's really up to about how much interest there is. Let me see if I can find it. Where the fuck did I put it? I can show you one of my certificates that I.
I'm gonna have to ask Charlie how much is in the budget for it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the budget on prizes?
But like this is just a certificate like that I won years ago, but it just says the con, the year, masquerade, and then whatever you write in the person's name, and then congratulations. People like getting stupid pieces of paper.
Nope.
You can hang them on their walls. It's vain. I don't know.
Alright, we got to talk to art people about that, I guess.
People are weird.
Can you design a certificate for us, please?
Well, you could probably just ask Jen to ask Jen if you can slap one of her drawings on there.
Or even just like character outlines, like nothing fancy, just like
Oh,
black and white character outline.
doesn't Winnie have mascots or a mascot? Yeah, just slap. Just have the basic border of the whatever. You can get that in Word, I think, and then.
I'll ask Sweet Cream to do it. She's our staff artist.
Yep, that's all you gotta do.
I actually know her.
Stop destroying the house,
No, I am a cat.
baby. Come here. I'm sorry.
You're good. I know how it is with cats. Oh, you're doing something important. I'm going to get in front of you.
But so yeah, the budget on the prizes. It's a first year con. It doesn't have to be anything huge. Normally at conventions, all you get is that little certificate and maybe a ribbon.
Yeah.
They're doing it for the love of cosplay, I guess.
Yeah.
They're doing it for shit to hang on their wall like this. Like you can.
Oh well, or that.
But these cost like, I don't know, like fucking $5, not even, and you can just buy them in semi-small bulk. They print whatever you want on them, and then it just comes with a little thing in the back that you can.
Yeah.
But so yeah, I mean it's not hard. Like you said, you can choose just to have people walk across the stage. If you have the form be detailed enough, like did you buy it or did you make it? Because there's kind of a thing about people winning with costumes they bought
Yeah.
versus made. It's a kind of a hot button issue. And if you ever want people to compete in your contest again, don't let people who bought their costumes.
They don't get to win.
No, they get to show it off and be like, look at this costume I bought. I spent a lot of money on it. Woo! And which is fine. But that's also like your option. As far as the MC goes, she's a musician. She's perfectly fine, and she just needs to be able to pronounce names. So it's normally badge name as so and so, and they walk on. Just tell them to do a pose, count to 5 Mississippis, and let them walk off.
Yeah.
If you guys have the ability to have someone there taking like a picture, like when they do their 5 Mississippis or their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and run.
Yeah, would have to ask Charlie, but because we have a photographer, I believe, so just ask him like what she's doing during that time, I guess.
Can you please pop in and do the thing? So, really special events, no one has to be there unless, 1 second, honey? Do you want to start dinner? Or never mind, it's fine. I'll do the thing.
Julie, do the thing.
Do the thing! Sorry. But yeah, sorry, at this point my brain's kind of like.
That's all right. It's almost 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Yep. Again, I have an exam doing
Just
this.
waiting for Charlie to come back. Man, he looks so weird without his beard.
He does. That's an awkward picture.
Yeah, that's Charlie. It doesn't look the
That's
same at all.
Charlie without his beard.
And if we don't get everything covered today, I'm perfectly fine. Like I normally work until 8:30 at night. But I'm perfectly fine doing another Skype meeting to get questions answered if necessary, because we all do have lives and we should all eventually do something at some point.
Yeah. There isn't really a whole lot left. I mean, I think we've got a checklist set for the cosplay contest now. We need judges, an entry form, a category, and prizes for each category. We That's pretty much it, and we can work out those details. Hell, we could even work them out the day of, as long as like we figure out what we're going to do with category wise beforehand, so we know what categories to put the entrance in.
Mm-hmm.
But and yeah, and the entry form obviously needs to be done in advance too. But
You could also set something up on your website where if people want to enroll in the cosplay contest ahead of, kind of like how they have the online form for the donation items.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You can set it up online where people are like, I want to register for the cosplay contest, and they can do that ahead of time. So you can also gauge your interest and make sure that stuff isn't going to be too crazy. I would say, well, the MC is part of special events now, so she can be the one who's there staffing the cosplay contest, and helping them hand out the awards. So it's that simple. You don't need anybody
Yep.
except for her to staff it. I don't expect you're going to get a turnout of 50 plus cosplayers, so you should be fine.
Yeah. No, probably like 15, 20 at most.
So, as far as prizes go, like I said, most people are happy if you hand them a little certificate that says, "Congratulations, you didn't suck." So, that's just the cost of printer paper.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
If I remember correctly, Charlie said there's going to be a printer on site in the ConOps. So,
Cool.
yeah,
All right.
so that's about it. Did you guys have any other questions? I mean, I really don't want to hang up without telling Charlie, but he said it was an emergency phone call, so.
Yeah. I think we probably should stick around and wait for him, but if you want to take off, that might be okay. All we've got left now is like the VIP cocktail hour and the sponsored dinner, and I'm 90% sure that's already covered. We just need staffing for it.
Oh, there's Charlie.
Hey guys, I'm back.
Hey, is he back?
Oh,
Okay,
you're
he's back.
live!
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was wow. That was a phone call I needed to take.
Well,
Okay then.
You all right?
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I mean, news will be out in short order, but I'll just say it regards another convention and some unexpected changes.
Oh, how does it affect us by a lot, or?
Has nothing to do with Winnie City.
Okay.
But,
Okay.
yeah. So
We
anyway,
got,
okay.
we got some details.
Yeah, catch
Sorry.
Is it
Yeah, we
another Corey's cons?
No.
Okay.
We got some items entered in for what we need to do for the cosplay contest. We need to figure out who's going to judge it. Looking at the schedule, it looks like the autograph session for everybody is at the same time, and I was thinking maybe we could have like one or two of them at the cosplay contest.
The cosplay contest is being hosted by Savvy Shy from the Shakeups.
Yep.
Yeah. He's emceeing, and then also and is also the first judge, and then the other two judges are going to be Jen Blake and Rare Bear.
Oh, okay.
No.
So they're not going
Problem
to.
solved.
All right then.
You're having someone who's judging also MC it?
Is that weird?
A little, but if it's a small con first year, that's fine.
I didn't know that was weird.
Normally the judges do nothing but judging.
So that's what I was thinking is like if we weren't having the autographs all at the same time, we could have Jim in there too, since he's a member of the show staff and is familiar with the character designs and everything. Not saying that like Andrea and Kazumi and Larson wouldn't be good for it too, but I figured Jim would probably be less busy.
Yeah.
But the girl from the Shakeups, I don't remember her name. Does she cosplay?
Yes, and she has hosted once before. I believe she hosted what was the one in PonyCon NYC. I think maybe she.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I believe it. You did do that.
So it should be fine. I mean, if you guys want to get Jim or you want to ask a voice actor to do it and want to pay them to do it, by all means. But otherwise, it won't be that weird to have somebody who's judging MC a first-year PonyCon cosplay contest. It's not that big of a deal. So
I do have one other potential person I might be able to talk into judging because she has judged lots of cosplay contests before. She's actually in the group, and I brought her in to advise as well. Vex, Villain Vex is her screen name. Her name is Annalise Ron.
Oh,
Okay.
She's one of the members of V is for Villains. If you're familiar with the band at all, they play half the anime and Comic Cons in the area. They're the band that dresses up like supervillains, and they play like industrial metal. Anyway, she's in the band, and she also does a lot. She also cosplays as her character, but she's judged a lot of cosplay contests at other cons, and she's on our she is working for the guy that's providing our AV equipment, so she's not on AV staff, so to speak, but she will be there, and I may be able to talk her into doing it if she's not doing anything else. But so that's a possibility.
People are normally down to judge a cosplay contest. It's a huge ego boost.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see.
Okay.
We had okay, so we got the judges taken care of then at least.
yeah.
And how we're going to do the entry form, if you're going to have one up in advance on the website, otherwise what we're going to do on site.
So basically the same thing as a charity. There will be one on the website so people can pre-register. It's been basically put together. It just needs to be posted up, which will hopefully happen next day or two, and we'll post out about that. And then yeah, same thing. There'll be a paper version there. I just I think we aped MSP's cosplay entry form from last year, so I just need to kind of go over that, and I haven't studied it yet to see if it has everything I think I want on there. Hang on, I think let me post. I'll post the link in Slack so you guys can look at it. And
okay. Yeah, I was going to ask you, do we have like categories and stuff like that?
There's all that stuff already on there.
cosplay contest.
Look at that.
Special events.
So the entry form is taken care of at least.
So I just posted it.
Yep, got it.
So this is super rough draft, and I haven't even looked at this yet. Yeah, generic stuff.
No category in it. That doesn't look like.
I don't think that would be on part of the cosplayer. I think that would be on part of the judges. Like when they show up, we look at like how much detail they put in their costume and then decide what category they go in.
People normally assign themselves a category. People are normally pretty good at judging it, but you can put it in there that the judge. It saves the judges the hassle of having to do that. It's like judging. Are you a beginner or are you advanced? Like,
okay.
Someone can be sewing for like 7 years and their stuff can still kind of look like it came out of a home ec class. So
yeah.
If you give them the option, because like at Anime Milwaukee, there's always someone who puts themselves in beginner, and then the judges are like, "No, you're not that slick. We're moving you up." Giving the judges the right to move people up will normally, solve that problem. But people tend to be pretty honest. There's normally the cosplayers who take a lot of pride in their work will put themselves
in the high category. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. And then you'll have the people who are like, "I really don't know," and then they'll normally put themselves in beginner. And so, if you just slap it on there, are you beginner, advanced, or filly or full? And people will normally fill it out as necessary.
Okay, so yeah, I guess add category to the like as a drop down box or something.
Yeah, maybe a disclaimer added to it. Who knows?
So I've asked for edit access to this form, but until I have it, just making notes. What are the categories you guys have in mind?
Something for kids. We want to come up with a clever name for like foals or fillies or whatever.
The filly and full category.
Yeah. Filly and full. Yeah.
Yep. Got it.
And then I guess beginner or inexperienced or something like that.
Beginner sounds nicest. And then just advanced, beginner and advanced.
Yeah.
What do you guys like better, beginner or novice?
Either or would work.
Yeah. I'd say novice.
Yeah, go with novice. It's different.
Fairly full novice and advanced.
Yep.
Advanced, yeah.
Just those three.
You shouldn't need any more than that. Like, if you somehow manage to miraculously get like 50 people being like, we want to compete, then you can open up a journeyman category, which is a middle ground. But you shouldn't. I don't foresee that being a problem.
No.
Now, so fairly full. Would you say that would just follow the same age guidelines as the badge, so 12 and under, or?
Yeah. You might as well make it the same as the badge.
Okay. Because I mean, like, what happens if I'm just saying, like, what happens if you get like a kid who like is an advanced cosplayer? I mean, like, what do you do?
It's not that at that point. It's unlikely that you'll get a kid who's an advanced cosplayer, but sometimes mom will make the costume.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Something like that.
And
Did you make the costume yourself? No, my mom made it.
Yep. Which is fine if mom is there, but
yeah.
And obviously for the kids, it's not really skill factor; it's more daw factor.
Right.
Like.
Right.
How many people want to run out and have kids immediately seeing small children in costumes? That's the measure of who wins for kids. So
pretty much, yeah.
But I would say you can either do the age of the badge or you can do it 8 and under. I've seen places like 8 is the cutoff for whatever reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's because when they turn 9, they turn into like talk-backy shitbags. If we're being real, but
my daughter's never had that problem.
They don't always. It's more of a generalization.
What do you guys think about prizes?
Yeah, that was the next item on the list. She suggested for a first-year con, maybe just something as simple as like a certificate and a badge.
These things.
A ribbon.
So Charlie, this is what like Anime Milwaukee gives out. It's the name of the con, the year, what category. You can slap the Winnie City like mascots on there and leave a space to write in a name.
Okay.
And it's a very basic award. You don't have to do trophies. I know GeekCon does like these ribbons. You can buy them for $5 a piece. You can just have Winnie City PonyCon on there, and then they can just fill them out as they win. Like, it's up to you guys. The certificates work out fine, though.
They're, just out of curiosity, those ribbons, are they $5 including the printing?
I believe so. I have never printed them, but from what I have inquired to the people of GeekCon, because I've had to give the information to other people who like competed as groups and they only gave out one ribbon and people wanted more to hang on their wall. So you should be able to find them at any like trophy supply place. You could ask Corey you could ask Corey to put you in touch with the person who does the trophies and the stuff for Anime Milwaukee.
Okay.
Yeah.
But frankly, the certificates should be perfectly fine, especially for a first-year con.
I would need to run this by Corey, and B, see what you guys think. But I'm almost wondering, just because I think it might be kind of cool, and I think we have the space. What would you guys think, Danielle? What do you think about maybe having like the See, I don't know if we could do this for only one category. I don't think we could do it for all three. But I'm just wondering about what if one of the prizes is getting into the sponsor deck.
And see, that'd be a good like best in show award.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like if
overall all three categories.
Yeah, best in show is void of any category, and you can give it to a 5-year-old. You can give it to someone whose costume is not exactly immaculate, but they had great stage presence and really embodied their character. Whatever the judges feel. So that would be a good prize to give. It wouldn't really cost too much, and it would be memorable. People would want to go for it, and if that's possible, you can advertise that that's an item someone can win.
That's what I was thinking. Now, the only side question to that is what do you feel the overlap is between cosplayers and people that are already sponsors?
At that point, you can just what was it? A couple different conventions have given away badges for Costume Con that's occurring in Madison this year. And you can either give the option there is you can give the item to someone else, like to a friend,
Okay.
or you could have it where like they could have their choice of VIP cocktail hour or dinner.
Okay.
Or like here's an autograph voucher, or here's a front row seat for a concert. Like you can kind of make it a little freeform, but normally, I don't know. Last year at Ciderfest, nobody who was a sponsor competed.
Nobody? Okay. All right.
I don't believe so. I don't think the sponsors were really into competing. I know that a couple of them watched, according to the people I know who competed, but yeah.
At least one did. Tower of Maud, I believe, was a sponsor. I know he was in the contest.
Oh yeah, him. Well, he was also a panelist, and
yeah.
Um,
That man has a little bit of everything.
yes, he is.
Can we make it like a choice of different prizes? Like we offer, if they're not a sponsor, we can give them a choice of the whatever a sponsor package includes. And if they are a sponsor, then give them something that a sponsor wouldn't already have.
Yeah, well, the nice thing about offering the sponsor dinner as a prize is that it could potentially end up not costing us anything. I mean, like we give the hotel our account of how many people are going to be there, and from what Corey says, often they don't double check you. So it's
what's one more person? Yeah.
Exactly. So it would be awesome for them and possibly free for us. Yeah. So, I'll run that by Corey and to see what he thinks.
Another idea for a prize is potentially offering a basic level badge to Ciderfest.
Oh, sure.
Or to Winnie City the following year. Like, keeping it within Corey's cons, it's not that much skin off of his nose to hand out a basic badge. At least I wouldn't think it would be. I don't know. I could be wrong. Yeah. But that also encourages people coming to your conventions again.
I'm just making notes on the checklist of options for best in show prizes. So if we've got a sponsored dinner, badge for another convention. What else did we have?
Someone threw out autograph vouchers potentially.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Or photo vouchers. I know Ciderfest. I don't know the amount of merch that Winnie City is going to have, but I know for like the Bake Off for Ciderfest, we gave out extra mugs, like the tankards and patches. So I don't know if Winnie City is going to have merch, but you can give out Winnie City merch. And again, it's really not necessary to give out that much. It's more so to kids, because kids could care less if you hand them a piece of paper. They're like, whatever. But normally adults will be more than happy with just a piece of paper that says, I don't suck. So
I'm writing down ideas for single prizes. Like, these are things that we as the convention staff can pick between, like when it comes time for the cosplay contest. So yeah, sponsored dinner, badge for another convention, VIP auto and photograph vouchers, con merch if any. I think that's good enough there.
Yeah,
that's plenty of options, and I'm pretty sure any one of those things would be very happily accepted by the winner.
Agreed. And so as far as like the certificates are concerned, Ben, do you or
well, what I actually I know Sweet Cream personally, so I'll ask her if she'd be willing to just do like a real quick sketch up of the con mascots.
Well, I have all the mascot art in the world I can give you to put on.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's a matter of just composing the certificate and then printing them up.
Yeah, who's good at Photoshop?
I have photoshopped it.
Actually, yeah, you know what? Let me ask a friend of mine. See if he'll do it for us. It'd be like a quick 10 minute job.
Yeah, for anybody who actually has access to Photoshop, this is an easy It's
Yeah.
literally words and a border. And
I have a lot of artist friends who have way more fonts and crap than I do. So
I'm an art major. I just don't have access to Photoshop.
You don't get the student discount, Danielle, or just not worth it?
It would be worth it, but I currently don't have a rig that can run the highest level. I'm actually buying a new rig with my tax returns. So.
Gotcha. Could you do me a favor, Danielle? Could you take a picture of that certificate and pop it in the chat, just so we have something as an example?
Sure, I can do that.
all right, cool. All right, so I think that pretty much covers the cosplay contest.
All sounds good. Now, here, I'll share one other thing for you guys to look at. Let's see. What is it?
Steven, do you have any input on any of the stuff we talked about so far?
Nothing more than I've already said. So
Okay.
it's good so far.
So pretty much the only items we have left at this point are the cocktail hour and the sponsor dinner.
Yeah. And I think that's just one of us being on site to just make sure it goes smoothly, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I imagine a good chunk of the staff would want to be there for both of those, if they're free for it anyway.
Charlie,
Yes.
didn't something happen at the dinner at Cider Fest?
Whoa, stories?
No, I remember hearing from people who bought sponsor badges that apparently something was like either incredibly lackluster at the dinner or like someone caused a scene. I don't know. I could be wrong.
So you are you by chance thinking of the sponsor dinner at New York PonyCon? Because there was a lot of stuff in the air about that.
Ooh.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
The issue at New York PonyCon, PonyCon NYC, was that they wrote out in like the details of the event that everyone was guaranteed to sit at a table with a sponsor, with a guest of honor. And,
Okay.
And pictures and everything.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that.
Wait, that did not happen.
No, never mind. That was not at all. It was at Cider Fest. I think there were just some people who were greedy for time with the voice actors. I think they said something like a voice actor didn't even come to their table. But
so yeah, I didn't realize I was gonna have to pay. As vice chair of that con too, I'll take responsibility for not paying attention. I didn't realize I needed to pay attention, but I guess I should have. But yeah, the disbursement of sponsors to guests of honor was not what it should have been. There was I think there was one or two tables that did not have a guest of honor at them. Tabitha, bless her heart, noticed this and when it was too late for the con to do anything about it, she got up and she started to go around to some of the tables who didn't have a guest of honor at the table, and so there was that.
That happened at a con I went to once.
Yeah. That also happened in New York.
So many tables, so it's understandable.
Right.
Yeah. Yes. However, I feel like it's easy for me to say because I'm not financially invested in this con at all, but I feel like that it's sort of the responsibility of the con to not if you know you're only going to have X number of sponsors, then X number of guests of honor, then figure out how many can sit at a table and cut off.
Don't make any promises you can't keep.
Well, it's one thing to not make a promise, but still it's another thing to still execute.
Right.
Meet expectations.
Yes.
Corey, even if you don't promise something, somebody might be expecting something that you can't deliver on.
Corey is good with giving away a seat to the sponsor dinner to the winner of the cosplay contest.
Yay!
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's. So I'll mark that off. As far as prizes, then where'd it go? Here it is.
So for dinner and cocktail hour, that's essentially people can purchase either the tickets to them at Reg or wherever we're selling extra tickets, and someone just collects them at the door, and there's a cap.
With the clarification that that you can only get into the sponsor dinner as part of sponsor packages. They don't have.
So yeah. So badge
Buy tickets
checking
to the
is.
cocktail hour, but not the sponsor dinner.
Yep.
Sponsor
Okay.
dinner is literally just for sponsors.
Yeah, I think at New York they let people buy tickets at the door, so that's why they ran into that problem too.
Yeah, that sounds like trouble waiting to happen.
Do we have a cap on the VIP cocktail? Like, is there a limit to the number of people we can allow in?
So, no, I mean, like there's plenty of room in the space, and it's the ratio of guest of honor to attendee at the cocktail hour is a lot less of I mean, it's a concern, but it's a lot less of a concern just because you can mix and you can mingle and you can move around, and so it's not like you're stuck in that position basically for the entire time. So no, and I mean, like that's basically those tickets I think are $100 a piece, and that's
Yeah.
the con.
That's going to limit who's going to be showing up there anyway.
Yeah,
One plus.
Yeah.
the pricing will artificially limit who comes, just by whoever really wants to be there. But if people are willing to pay the money, I mean,
Yeah.
please come. As far as the dinners, and this is just so you guys know where we're at. Last I checked, which was either yesterday or the day before, the attendees at the sponsor dinner, as far as actual sponsors are concerned, I believe is I have that piece of paper. I think I threw it out. And it's 32, I believe. So it's 32 sponsors, and then potentially, if a sponsor has a kid with them, then the kid can accompany them. We can make the kids buy sponsor tickets as well, and so potentially some kids added to that. And then when you add in the 5 guests of honor that we have, we're anticipating about 50 people in the room. So with 10 people at a table, we got a guest of honor at every table.
Okay.
And that ratio should not change because the sponsor sales are cut off. You can't buy tickets for that anymore. So that should not change.
You're not going to be selling sponsor tickets at the door either.
Because
Okay.
they need to know the counts for this. Like they need to order food and have all that ready ahead of time.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right.
As far as the cocktail hour is concerned, the cocktail hour I believe is at 27. Let me double check that number. Hang on, that sounds.
Is there going to be a cutoff for buying cocktail hour tickets before the event, or are they going to be available like at the door?
That'll go all the way up to the time of event because it's open bar. They can just go get more bottles. They don't really need much.
Okay, all right. That's going to be staffed by the hotel, I'm guessing. Or
yes.
Okay.
And because law. So let's see.
Okay, so we got the sponsor dinner and the VIP cocktail hour already taken care of. What is going on?
14.
Oh, yeah.
So 27 attendees at the cocktail hour, plus however many people will buy between now up to the time of the event. So. Our responsibilities for both of those events are basically just to be on hand to make sure things are going, make sure the hotel is there doing what they're supposed to be doing and getting the room set up.
Yep. Okay.
That's easy enough.
So as long as we have one person there along with someone from security, then we should be good.
Yep. Yeah. Security will be on the door, and then as long as there's one person there, and I mean, what is going on against those? Let's see. So against the sponsored dinner, nothing we care about.
Yeah.
Against
just the charity room is pretty much it.
Hour.
There's nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, of course. Yeah, we're all good there. Yep.
Okay. I think that covers pretty much everything. Then we got items for the charity auction. We've already got the item acceptance form, but we'll need one on site. Inventory checklist we'll have on site. Methods of payment. Is that something that's being worked out by the charity people, or is that on us?
You mean when people?
After when an auction item is bought, how are they going to pay?
I admit I have not thought about that. Danielle, how does that usually go?
How it worked I'm not 100% certain because Corey's wife was the one taking the money.
All right.
If there is a Winnie City account or if there is a PayPal specifically set up to accept money into it, if you have access to a Square, people can pay with card. People are going to spend more money if they can pay with a card.
Yeah. Yes,
Especially on a
definitely.
Sunday. So if you have access to somehow setting up just, like I said, a separate PayPal account, Corey might even have one laying around, that people, you can just swipe the Square and it'll go directly to that PayPal account. What it is when someone won an item, there was the MC was then hand the item off to a person who was standing at the base of the stage. Person at the base of the stage would run it over to the back of the room, and then people would have to go and pay immediately.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, immediate payment is usually a must for charity auctions.
Yep, because otherwise you have the problem of bidding. Oh shit, I can't pay for any of it. Okay, I'm gonna leave, and now we're left with.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I presume that either instant credit card or cash, no checks.
No checks.
Correct.
They cash or credit. That's it.
No.
Anything other than that would be way too complicated.
And unreliable. Yeah.
Yeah. So someone can write a check, but
Bouncing checks.
yeah, and I don't know how you're gonna go after them. So.
We will find you. No.
What are you doing for registration as far as credit cards? Are you just going to have like one card reader, or you have multiple, or what?
We hope to have two iPads with Eventbrite readers, and so.
Oh, okay.
I'm covered in glitter.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to find someone with a PayPal or Square account that can do it. Is there anyone on staff who could set that up for us?
I'm sorry, I got distracted by something. Set up what?
Account for people to be able to accept money.
Oh yeah, I mean, I believe registration will be closed at that point. So getting the so just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so you can just get a credit card reader from them.
Yeah, that should be just fine. We'll just transfer one of the credit card readers and one of the cash registers over there, and then we can just do that there.
Okay, that works.
So that'll be one of the things on the to-do list is to as soon as Reg closes, get in contact with Ashley or somebody from over there to get that equipment brought over and set up and ready. Which, if I'm right, registration on that day does indeed close at Saturday at 3. Yeah. So as soon as the registration closes, maybe even a little bit before, because I don't expect too many people to be registering.
Right.
I believe
right before closing ceremonies. Yeah.
So I believe we'll have 2 setups there at registration. So just at some point before, just have one of them brought over and get set up. Basically, starting at as soon as we have the room available at 2:30.
Yep.
So yeah. Just have that on your itinerary of things to pay attention to.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to set up like a bunch of Google reminders for myself. It's like, okay, at this time we need to have this done. At this time we need to start doing this.
But I think we have a pretty good ground on everything that needs to happen. At least I feel we do. I could be wrong.
No, yeah, we're pretty well covered now. Okay, yeah, Walt's lesson is already taken care of. Catering. Corey, you're taking care of the hotel catering, right?
You mean Charlie?
Charlie, yeah. Sorry.
I'm sorry. With the anything that's food related to all these things will be taken care of. As far as the gala and the dinners and all that concerned, they'll be taken care of by the hotel. As far as the sponsor lounge, as far as the sponsor lounge is concerned, it'll be we'll take care of that just along with the agreement.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Then I think we got everything covered. I guess Stephen and I will take it from here and start getting things organized before the events.
That sounds great. I will do everything I can to get those online forms up as soon as possible, and then as soon as I do, I'll let you know, just so you can keep an eye on them. I'll give you access to the responses, just so you can kind of see them come in. If we change it throughout the day, you can do that.
All right. Cool.
And then I will start promoting the grand prize for the cosplay contest as well. Was there anything else you guys needed from me in regards to all this?
I don't think so.
Not
Steven?
yet.
Yeah.
You've pretty much covered everything we needed to know from.
I guess just who all is going to be on the staff to rotate for events.
So Ben, as soon as you're able, kind of look over all the sponsor-related events and kind of figure out, where, what your current 3-person team is able to schedule, and if there are any situations where you need more than 3 people at a time, let me know what those time periods are, and I can talk to the other departments and see if I can borrow somebody from like Reds or somewhere.
Okay.
Just to let me know where your holes are, and I'll see if I can cover them.
Okay, I'll have that done in the next few days then.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Nothing comes to mind for me right now.
Awesome. Danielle, I hope you can make it down. I really appreciate all your help, and I would like to thank you in person.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
And,
If you're ever in Milwaukee, we'll go to a brewery.
Yeah. Yes, please. Cool. So, okay, guys, thank you so much for your time. And Ben, thanks for taking the bullet on this one. And I apologize and thank you. And
it'll be fun.
Do we want to schedule to possibly sit down and have another meeting at some point before the convention starts, just to iron out any details, or are you going to be too busy, Charlie?
I would like to. If Charlie is too busy, I can do it myself.
Okay.
Ben, I would say most of the stuff that is looming over me are deadlines that are going to be need to be met before this week is over. So I mean, if you wanted to have a meeting I can't do Tuesday, maybe Monday or Wednesday. I'll be at the venue starting Wednesday night. Just kind of looking over things. So even Wednesday night, kind of do touch base real quick. We could do that.
I'll be able to get out there and pretty much any day next week because I'll have a rental car for the whole week.
Okay.
Through the weekend. I'm only going to be at the hotel for the weekend because I still have to go to work. Okay. But I can be out there Wednesday night, and then I'll be out there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Okay. Let me know when you're planning on being there Wednesday, and I'll make sure that I'm there.
Yeah.
And we kind of maybe we can just do the power then.
Do the remaining last-minute items.
Yeah. That's
all right. Cool. Sounds good.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, it was really nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. I hope we get to see you at the con.
I'm hoping. Fingers crossed.
If not, we'll go up to Cider Fest or something.
Do it! Come on, come be part of my.
I missed Cider Fest last year. I need to go this year because it's only an hour and a half away.
Please come to Cider Fest. I would love to have more than 2 people on my staff.
I'd love to be staff
never mind.
And we have the funnest time. We get to take care of the cider lounge. So you basically get to sit upstairs and watch My Little Pony and hang out and drink cider and eat snacks all day. It's the easiest way.
Oh boy.
basically true.
That's cool.
Ben, do me a favor. Throw something very heavy at me if I don't have those forms and things posted in the next.
All right. Yeah. I'll keep on you.
Okay. Cool.
All right. Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much.
Have a good night. I'll see you guys later.
Yep. Right.